Do you see the news that last week there was a small plane crash in Beijing building?
Yeah. Sure that you have heard that?
Of course it's on purpose. It's not an accident. So actually they have the final conclusion. So actually it's not a female, it's a male, 66, Beijingian, freelance, divorced, live alone. This guy wanted to kill himself.
Like, obviously, it would be weird if he didn't want to kill himself.
It's not a terrorist, it's just personal, but still,
One person is also a terrorist. Like, everything is a terrorist attack if you are doing a mass suicide with other people if you want them to die.
No, this is just individual thing.
He hit the building. You think he didn't want to kill anyone in the building?
He's
What a terrorist attack.
He's the only one who died.
But that doesn't mean it's not a terrorist attack. He was a terrorist, just no one died.
I mean, 13 people injured.
Yes. So if you are hitting the building with your own body and your own plane, you are terrorist.
At least from the official, it just said he tried to kill himself.
Yes, because China is always, but China is every time when there is terrorist attack, they're saying it was not a terrorist attack, it was his own problem. Because China is always saying that they don't have terrorism. Every news from China is like that.
No, I mean, okay, now no, but
they're only talking about Uyghur terrorists.
Exactly.
Yes, but because they want people to think that Uyghurs are bad, but they don't want to show that Han Chinese also are doing it.
No, they didn't picture it as Uyghur, but they just picturing it. They think some force from that area. They didn't picture it as
Uyghur. They were picturing this as Islamic people killing others. Of course, they picture it as Uyghurs. They were saying that people in Xinjiang are under Islam regime.
No, they are not targeting the whole group.
Uyghur people.
No, of course not.
From China are targeting.
No, it's not.
Yes.
When? Where?
Yes.
No, when?
Yes.
They never targeted the Uyghur people.
Understand the propaganda.
Where? Okay, but where? If you want to say it, but you need to point it out where. When did they ever target it?
Even on the news that they are sending to other countries in other languages.
No,
China has extremely big amount of channels that they are targeting.
Because first of all, they would never target a certain group of minority.
Yes, they did.
Minority, because they would basically just turning yourself against each
they
other.
They are doing that.
No, they're not.
Yes, they're doing
Where?
that for many years.
Maybe some personal
No,
probably, but definitely. But
no.
definitely not official. Where? Find me some evidence.
In the media that they are
find me the poster. Find me the post.
There's a lot of
find
media
me the post.
That they are controlled by
find
China.
Me the post.
I saw a lot of posts
yeah,
like
but
this.
find it.
I will not find them now because I didn't save them.
There's
a lot of posts like this, and China has extremely big amount of media.
Or you can ask AI or anything. If they
AI
have something, then they must be able to search for AI.
It's not able to find half of the stuff I know, and it's in the book. And
you say AI that, but you cannot give me any proof.
My books are in Polish.
You know?
How I do?
Yeah, but the book. But you say it's from Chinese officials, so there must be a source from Chinese officials.
Yeah, because China has a lot of channels that they are targeted to different countries, and they are controlled by China state.
Then it's able to find. So you just need to find it.
And of course, those information are like.
You just need to find it.
I will not find it because
if it's a lot of them,
or 2 years ago.
It doesn't matter. Even if it's 5 years ago, 10 years ago,
I can't even find information that I read months ago. How I would find something 2 years ago?
Come on.
It's extremely big.
Your argument is not valid because you cannot provide proof.
Because I don't save every article I'm reading, and there's a lot of articles from China.
When I want to give you an argument,
propaganda.
I want to give you an argument, at least I will provide some proof.
No, you don't do that. You don't
provide any proof. Or I ask the AI to ask them to provide.
Why I would provide the proof?
So
China has a lot of articles in different types of media that they are doing hidden propaganda about Uyghurs and Xinjiang and terrorists. And everyone knows this.
I know they say that they have terrorists in Uyghur, but they never targeted the Uyghur people.
You don't understand how hidden propaganda works. You don't understand that if you are
because it wouldn't make sense.
If you are if there is article that's saying that someone in Uyghur group is a terrorist, and they are repeating this phrase many times. They are targeting whole group, lying to you. They don't. If they are repeating
I'm not saying
the
they are
name
not. I'm
of
not
the
saying they are
group,
not lying on it. Every petition lies. But what I'm saying is that they will never target a specific
that
minority.
that this is targeting
You know?
specific minority, but the way that you don't know that because they are telling the name of the person from the minority, and they are pretending that they don't. They are every time.
No, I feel like you are
You don't
getting
understand
the
the
information that
propaganda.
might not be correct.
You don't understand how the propaganda works.
I don't, but
Propaganda is not
I
obvious.
don't need to because it doesn't align with their agenda.
Propaganda doesn't need to align with
You
their
know,
agenda.
but they do. Chinese people do. Everything Chinese people do, it aligns with the agenda. If it doesn't make sense, they wouldn't do it, especially from the government.
Especially the government is
You know,
not with their agenda. The government is doing a lot of stuff that is not with their agenda.
they're not stupid.
They are not even Marxists, and that's their agenda. They are not Marxists. The country is not Marxist country, and that's their
It
agenda.
doesn't matter because
It matters because it's not their agenda.
Chinese people are so practical, especially the government. Like, if it doesn't align with their agenda, why would they
But
do it? It
that's
doesn't
the
make sense.
agenda. They should be Marxist, and they are not. So that's the
No, it doesn't. See, even the Marxist
That's
is not the agenda.
agenda.
Because the agenda, the real agenda, is to make China great again.
But now you are creating the new
So
agenda.
anything that is against that,
So how you don't?
it doesn't make sense.
How you know the agenda?
You know, they want to develop, they want to improve. That's the ultimate goal.
China improved.
It's always they've been saying that for the past God knows how many years.
And you know, it's good for China to have a group of people that they are treated worse than other people because then you use them as fucking workers. It's good to use people in Xinjiang as workers who are working in the cotton field. It's good for them, for the improvement of the whole country. It's good to keep these people working in the.
Even like I'm asking the AI too. Nothing unofficial that is targeting Uyghur people. They always talk just about the terrorists in Xinjiang, but they never would target Uyghur people as.
But they are always saying the ethnicity of the terrorists. That's targeting. Saying ethnicity of the terrorists every time.
The official statement is always about the ideology of terrorists is dream, but it's not about the minority.
But they are always telling the name of the ethnicity. It's like in American media saying that the terrorist was black, and every time you're saying that the person was black. This is targeting black group of people.
They made a big video about Xinjiang, about the past when they are doing about the terrorists. Why they do it is because they need to put it out there to go against the Western narrative. So they have to mention it. Otherwise, why would they? How do they know? They need to. It's a fight back against the Western media. So they have to put it out. You know. So they need to take the narrative.
You know that my teacher is literally.
But they are never against the Uyghur people. They never say that.
And you think the government is not lying?
Come on, see, you said it yourself that the officials against the group, the Uyghur group, but that's just not possible.
The hidden targeting
that's not possible.
You don't understand how the hidden propaganda works.
See, if you keep saying like that, anything is possible. Because you're not. First of all, you're not giving. First of all, you're not giving the concrete proof. Secondly, if you are making like, if you are saying that the official is saying ABC, but you have to explain it as CDEF, then you can have all the other explanations as well.
Completely don't understand.
You know, if your kids saying there's sub meanings of this one sentence, then this sub meaning can be anything. Then anything could be explained. Then basically it's just bullshit.
You don't understand the social science.
No, I'm talking
You
about
don't.
logically.
You
This is just,
don't. You
because
just don't.
I don't
You
need
just
to
don't
understand the society.
you
All I need to understand is the logic.
You don't
Think-
understand
Think about
political
think
things.
about the logic that I just said. If you
don't.
can find another meaning of this, then there's a third meaning, a fourth meaning. There's any possible
Yes,
meaning.
and people are studying this.
You know?
That's,
So-
that's the thing that people are
See,
studying.
that's the thing. That's how you twist it words. Also, yes, of course, there's people studying it, but then people can use it as twisting their words and align with their own agendas, which is a lot of Western media is doing.
And China is also doing
So-
that.
Yes, I'm not saying they're not, but what I'm saying is that if you say it's the officials say that, then it's not true because they never say that.
You
It doesn't matter what they are. No, this is
I don't want to drink. No, that's not.
This is like
I don't want to drink more.
What I'm saying is that China government can do a lot of things, but officially speaking, they will never target a minority.
But that doesn't mean
Never.
officially they don't. But that doesn't mean they
But
do
But
that.
see, that's exactly what you said, though. That's exactly what you said. You said on the official, they target a
Because they no because
Come on.
of on their official information that on the information that they are sending also on the channels to the West, they are doing that, but it's not in the official way. Official information they can't.
There's no
they
official media that will say something like that. No,
Of course
it's
they
just
have.
not possible.
They have because if you are talking
If
about
if
specific
it's from other media, fine, like personal media or whatever, that's totally okay. But if it's official media, it's not possible.
Chinese media and they
Maybe,
control the
maybe,
Chinese media.
but they will never say that in an official way. Never.
Not in official way. I'm not saying they're saying this in official way.
You know?
I'm saying that they are on official clips. They are putting this on their like they are just hiding this. It's kind of it's like in America when they are every time they are saying the color of the skin of a person and they are putting a lot of news with people. Every time they are telling the ethnicity, and every time they are saying that the person who did this something was black. This is targeting black group of people. But you think this
Come
is
on,
only about
come on.
the person.
If you describe a criminal, if you don't say the color, especially in America, I mean in China, of course, no, they would know it's the Chinese. But in America, if you don't say the color, no one knows who it is.
Yes, but they are not looking for these people. They are only
You are
making
you are
news
falling
about
into the situation. Is like when you see a witness, for example, you are the witness. You see a crime.
But
When the police
we are
ask you
not-
who that is, if you don't mention the color, it's just not possible to kill it.
about the news about someone.
You know.
Yes, but I'm not talking about finding this person because it's different when you are trying to find it. And when we are trying to find someone, you need to of course know how they look like. But if in the media they're putting a lot of news about this, and they are not saying the color when they are talking about white people, this is targeting black people. It's the same as in Polish media when they are saying that the killer or someone was Ukrainian, and they are repeating the Ukrainian, this one was Ukrainian. But they are not talking about other people nationality or that the other person maybe was Polish. They are not. If someone was Polish, they are not saying they're Polish. They're only saying when someone is Ukrainian. So the viewer, after some time of this type of news, they are thinking, oh, so many of those bad people are Ukrainian, so Ukrainian people are bad. But many people was also Polish, but they didn't say that. They were saying only Ukrainian.
Yeah, but the thing is,
so the message for the viewer is that they remember the word Ukrainian.
Yeah, but you know, not now, but 10 years, 20 years ago, they do have terrorists
I know.
in
I
Xinjiang
know.
and Tibet,
I know.
and they did happen.
I know.
And,
I'm not saying those terrorist attacks are not true.
so they have to, in a way. I mean, actually, it's not even Xinjiang and Tibet, because from what I remember, they also have some problems with the trains and stuff. They would say from which province. So are you gonna say that they are gonna target some certain province? I mean, come on. How that, come on, this is just logical stuff. I mean, they come from Tibet, so they say it's from Tibet. They come from Xinjiang, they say it's from Xinjiang. They come from Guangdong or come from Shanghai or some other province, they say that this guy is from this province. But you cannot say they're targeting this province. It's just telling who he come from.
China, I would say depends, and this is also topic.
I mean, come on.
That is discussed by many people, because if you have a province or a district in the city, or even a city that is full of poor people, and because of that they are doing a lot of crimes, theoretically maybe it would be better for them to not talk that much about this place, because then people think about them even worse. Kind of like in America, like some districts are.
Oh, come on. One person making a crime doesn't mean this whole place is rotten.
Of course.
It's just ridiculous to think that.
Not one person, but if there is a high crime rate, if you are talking too much about this, then people remain.
If it's high crime rate in this province, then it needs to be notified. People need to know about it.
At the same time, they need to know, but
and the government will take care of it, just as what happened in Xinjiang and Tibet.
But the problem
That's
is
exactly what happened.
Yes, but there is a problem in that.
But come on,
at the same time, you need to notify people, but also, if you are notifying people, the people who already live there, they are marked as also dangerous stars.
Yes, see, and also, don't think,
you are putting a stigma on those people who already live
there. Okay, but any of this doesn't matter. No, anything of this doesn't matter. Look at the result. Right now, Xinjiang is peaceful. The end. Tibet is peaceful. The end. Of course, if in the Western media they would say at what price? What the fuck is that? It doesn't matter the measure. What matters is the result. The result is both of these regions are at peace.
But I wouldn't say the result is always the most important, because Hitler was also thinking like that.
It didn't end well, isn't it? It didn't work, apparently. So there was no result.
But because other people were against him.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter. You see the result. Hitler didn't work. That's it.
But
there's no fuss. It didn't work.
That doesn't work like that. If he would win, it would be good.
But he didn't.
And
that's the reason he didn't.
Because other people didn't catch his ideology. So, but what if they did?
Yeah. See? There's no what if. That's the problem. That's the thing. There's no what if. It just didn't happen. You're just making things that's not even the fault.
That's not sociology.
So there's no if, because it didn't work. So if you always say what if, then there will be millions of outcomes. But there will be pointless to talk about it, because what we see is what we have.
No, in the political science, you need to talk about different.
So of course, see, that's the thing. Now, Xinjiang is peaceful, Tibet is peaceful. If you have to talk about the bad things, then you can make all kind of alternatives. What if? But it didn't happen. It happened.
But that doesn't mean
all the other things didn't happen. This happened. Peaceful is happening.
But that doesn't mean that you should use everything even bad to people.
So
I not even think that the Chinese government did use.
Come on.
But still doesn't mean that the outcome is the most important. You still need to.
It is most important, because that's what we have now.
But you need to still be a little humanitarianism. It's kind of still important.
I'm not saying it's not important.
Yeah.
I'm saying that there's a lot of discussion is completely meaningless. You might as well just write a fiction novel. You can use it as a fiction novel, sure. Make a show out of it, sure. Make a movie, make a story. But don't make it into a reality because it's not reality. There's a difference between sci-fi and reality, and a lot of this historian or politician or whatever, they're projecting it into sci-fi. But actually, that's not what happened. What happened is the reality. It didn't happen, there's no point to talk about it. That's it.
Political science is about thinking about different.
You can think all the kind of stuff. Novelists can think all kind of stuff. Make a novel, make a story. You know?
You don't understand political science and sociology.
I don't need to. I understand logic. That's all. That's logic is beyond all the science. What kind of science would that be if there's no logic?
Word doesn't work like that.
You know, what kind of science without logic?
With
Without logic, there's no science.
But with logic, you can't analyze anything that is.
Tell me wrong. Tell my logic is wrong.
With your logic, you can't analyze anything about future. You can only analyze things.
No, of course you can analyze things about future, but the thing is, you are not talking about the future. You're talking about the past. You're talking about the alternative reality, but it's not reality. You're just talking about the past.
Usually people talk about the past to think about something.
You know?
What's next? What's next
So,
for the world? Like you are thinking and analyzing the past.
I'm not saying history is not important. I'm saying that all these theories and stuff is easily used against as a propaganda.
Yes, of course, but everything can be used
So,
as propaganda. Real history, fake history.
But that's not what happened. What happened is that Xinjiang is peaceful. Tibet is peaceful.
But
That's
you
it.
don't know what happened there.
The population is growing, isn't it?
They didn't kill all the people. That's only
So what else?
Like, that, but
All those genocide talking was totally bullshit.
of course it was
So,
I'm not saying it's true, but you don't know what happened still.
I'm not saying I know, but see the result though.
Okay, but still, like.
I'm not saying no one was suffering, but like see the results.
Okay, but theoretically we want less people suffering, you know, like.
So anyway, like you know, like so they will never target minorities.